and the great sage equal to heaven. This one, haughty and proud, defied the handsome Monkey King. That one, not knowing his man, would crush all stalwart foes. Suddenly these two met, and both desired a match. They had never known which was the better man. Today they'd learn who's strong and who's weak. The iron rod seemed a flying dragon, and the lance divine a dancing phoenix. Left and right they struck, attacking both front and back. The Plum Mountain's 6 brothers' awesome presence filled one side, while the 4 generals, like Ma and Leo, took command on the other. All worked as one to wave flags and roll drums. All helped the fight by cheers while beating the gong. 2 sharp weapons sought a chance to hurt, but thrusts and parries did not slack one whit. The golden hooped rod, wonder of the sea, could change and fly to snare a victory. A little lag and your life is over. A tiny error and your luck runs out. The immortal master fought the great sage for more than 300 rounds, but the result still could not be determined. The immortal master, therefore, summoned all his magical powers. With a shake, he made his body 100,000 feet tall. Holding with both hands the divine lance of 3 points and 2 blades like the peaks that cap the Hua Mountain, this green-faced, saber-toothed figure with scarlet hair aimed a violent blow at the head of the great sage. But the great sage also exerted his magical power and changed himself into a figure having the features and height of Erlang. He wielded a compliant golden hooped rod that resembled the heaven-supporting pillar on top of Mount Kunlun to oppose the god Erlang. This vision so terrified the marshals, Ma and Leo, that they could no longer wave the flags, and so appalled the generals, Bang and Ba, that they could use neither scimitar nor sword. On the side of Erlang, the brothers Kang, Zhang, Yao, Li, Guoshan, and Ji Jian gave the order to the plant-headed deities to let loose the falcons and dogs, and to advance upon those monkeys in front of the water curtain cave with mounted arrows and drawn bows. The charge, alas, dispersed the 4 mighty commanders of monkey imps, and captured 2,000 or 3,000 numinous fiends. Those monkeys dropped their spears and abandoned their armor, forsook their swords, and threw away their lances. They scattered in all directions, running, screaming, scuttling up the mountain, or scrambling back to the cave. It was as if a cat at night had stolen upon resting birds. They darted up as stars to fill the sky. The brothers thus gained a complete victory, of which we shall speak no further. Now we were telling you about the immortal master and the great sage, who had changed themselves into forms which imitated heaven and earth. As they were doing battle, the great sage suddenly perceived that the monkeys of his camp were put to rout, and his heart grew faint. He changed out of his magic form, turned around, and fled, dragging his rod behind him. When the immortal master saw that he was running away, he chased him with great strides, saying, "Where are you going? Surrender now, and your life will be spared." The great sage did not stop to fight anymore, but ran as fast as he could. Near the cave's entrance, he ran right into Kang, Zhang, Yao, and Li, the 4 grand marshals, and Guoshan and Ji Jian, the 2 generals, who were at the head of an army blocking his way. "Lawless ape!" they cried. "Where do you think you're going?" Quivering all over, the great sage squeezed his golden hooped rod back into an embroidery needle and hid it in his ear. With a shake of his body, he changed himself into a small sparrow and flew to perch on top of a tree. In great agitation, the 6 brothers searched all around, but could not find him. "We've lost the monkey monster. We've lost the monkey monster," they all cried. As they were making all that clamor, the immortal master arrived and asked, "Brothers, where did you lose him in the chase?" "We just had him boxed in here," said the gods. But he simply vanished. Scanning the place with his phoenix eye wide open, Erlang at once discovered that the great sage had changed into a small sparrow perched on a tree. He changed out of his magic form and took off his pellet bow. With a shake of his body, he changed into a sparrowhawk with outstretched wings, ready to attack its prey. When the great sage saw this, he darted up with a flutter of his wings, Changing himself into a cormorant, he headed straight for the open sky. When Arlong saw this, he quickly shook his feathers and changed into a huge ocean crane, which could penetrate the clouds to strike with its bill. The great sage therefore lowered his direction, changed into a small fish, and dove into a stream with a splash. Arlong rushed to the edge of the water but could see no trace of him. He thought to himself, "This simian must have gone into the water and changed himself into a fish, a shrimp, or the like. I'll change again to catch him." He duly changed into a fish hawk and skimmed downstream over the waves. After a while, the fish into which the great sage had changed was swimming along with the current. Suddenly he saw a bird that looked like a green kite, though its feathers were not entirely green, like an egret though it had small feathers, and like an old crane though its feet were not red. "That must be the transformed Arlong waiting for me," he thought to himself. He swiftly turned around and swam away after releasing a few bubbles. When Arlong saw this, he said, "The fish that released the bubbles looks like a carp though its tail is not red, like a perch though there are no patterns on its scales, like a snake fish though there are no stars on its head, like a bream though its gills have no bristles. Why does it move away the moment it sees me? It must be the transformed monkey himself." He swooped toward the fish and snapped at it with his beak. The great sage shot out of the water and changed at once into a water snake. He swam toward shore and wriggled into the grass along the bank. When Arlong saw that he had snapped in vain and that a snake had darted away in the water with a splash, he knew that the great sage had changed again. Turning around quickly, he changed into a scarlet-topped gray crane, which extended its beak like sharp iron pincers to devour the snake. With a bounce, the snake changed again into a spotted bustard standing by itself rather stupidly amid the water pepper along the bank. When Arlong saw that the monkey had changed into such a vulgar creature, for the spotted bustard is the basest and most promiscuous of birds, mating indiscriminately with phoenixes, hawks, or crows, he refused to approach him. Changing back into his true form, he went and stretched his bow to the fullest. With one pellet he sent the bird hurtling. The great sage took advantage of this opportunity nonetheless. Rolling down the mountain slope, he squatted there to change again, this time into a little temple for the local spirit. His wide-open mouth became the entrance, his teeth the doors, his tongue the bodhisattva, and his eyes the windows. Only his tail he found to be troublesome, so he stuck it up in the back and changed it into a flagpole. The immortal master chased him down the slope, but instead of the bustard he had hit, he found only a little temple. He opened his phoenix eye quickly and looked at it carefully. Seeing the flagpole behind it, he laughed and said, "It's the ape. Now he's trying to deceive me again. I have seen plenty of temples before, but never one with a flagpole behind it. This must be another of that animal's tricks. Why should I let him lure me inside where he can bite me once I've entered? First, I'll smash the windows with my fist. Then I'll kick down the doors." The great sage heard this and said in dismay, "How vicious! The doors are my teeth and the windows my eyes. What am I going to do with my eyes smashed and my teeth knocked out?" Leaping up like a tiger, he disappeared again into the air. The immortal master was looking all around for him when the 4 grand marshals and the 2 generals arrived together. "Elder brother," they said, "have you caught the great sage?" "A moment ago," said the immortal master laughing. "The monkey changed into a temple to trick me. I was about to smash the windows and kick down the doors when he vanished out of sight with a leap. It's all very strange. Very strange." The brothers were astonished, but they could find no trace of him in any direction. "Brothers," said the immortal master, "keep a lookout down here. Let me go up there to find him." He swiftly mounted the clouds and rose up into the sky, where he saw Devaraja Lee holding high the imp-reflecting mirror and standing on top of the clouds with "Devaraja," said the immortal master, "have you seen the Monkey King? He hasn't come up here," said the Devaraja. I have been watching him in the mirror." After telling them about the duel in magic and transformations and the captivity of the rest of the monkeys, the immortal master said, "He finally changed into a temple. Just as I was about to attack him, he got away." When Devaraj Ali heard these words, he turned the imp-reflecting mirror all the way around once more and looked into it. "Immortal master," he said, roaring with laughter. "Go quickly. Quickly." That monkey used his magic of body concealment to escape from the cordon, and he's now heading for the mouth of your river of libations. We now tell you about the great sage, who had arrived at the mouth of the river of libations. With a shake of his body, he changed into the form of Holy Father Erlang. Lowering the direction of his cloud, he went straight into the temple, and the demon magistrates could not tell that he was not the real Erlang. Every one of them, in fact, kowtowed to receive him. He sat down in the middle and began to examine the various offerings. The 3 kinds of sacrificial meat brought by Li Hu, the votive offering of Zhang Long, the petition for a son by Zhao Jia, and the request for healing by Qian Bing.